Hello, Mark Larson here for Compass for Your Life. Today we're going to talk about my vintage wind-up Christmas toys. And they all happen to be the ones I'm going to talk about today, Santa's. They all were made approximately from probably late 40s to maybe into the 60s. Many were made by the Alps company. In fact, this one right here and this one right here were definitely made by the Alps company, which was a company made from Japan that made these toys, decorations, but whatever you wanted to classify them, they were made by Alps. This first one that I want to show you, he actually is a Santa Claus who talks on the phone. You actually wind him up, and he is definitely talking on the phone. So I will wind him up and the fact that they are that age and they still work, so they were made quite well. So I can get you the way the box looks. So this is kind of what it looks like if you're looking for this particular vintage Christmas Santa. Actually, the box on the side looked like this. This is what it also looked like here on the end. So next one, made by the Alps company, which I do not have the box for, but also probably the same era. They actually, I see some things that say that their faces the material was made out of celluloid. I doubt that. They seem more like first plastics. Might be a form of celluloid, but this one, he reads a book, and he still works also. And the fact that they got all that to work, and he can read the book and close it and start over again is amazing. And the fact that it still works after all these years. Okay, the next one I have, which is also another one by the Alps company, from the same era. I don't know if you can see that with but that's kind of what that looked like. Just says Mechanical Santa Claus. You can kind of see there if you're looking for the box or everything all together. He actually rings the bell. Also kind of moves around. But he also works quite well. And the fact, this is a lot for their engineering to have those things work after all these Christmases. So he's gonna keep on going here. Okay. Okay, so anyway, and then I have two more to talk about today. This one, actually, he was on skis. Not for sure what company he was. It was made by. Probably same era, 40s to 60s. But he actually would ski. So on that one. And that one needs a little bit of repair. Next one I'm going to talk about is another one which I would guess maybe be closer to the around 1960. Also plastic face, but he rang the bell and waved the Merry Christmas sign. And that's kind of what he did. And he's one that I have lost the wind-up part, so he needs a little repair, but he's also one that you can kind of see he's got the plastic feet and plastic face. So, and there are many other ones out there that if you were looking for vintage Christmas wind-up toys, specifically Santa's, there are other ones. My resources for the information I get actually is from this book, Christmas 1940 to 1959 by Robert Brenner. And that's where I get a lot of my resources for the vintage Christmas that I collect. This is one of the books that you can find in a bookstore or probably on Amazon or anything like that. Another book that I also get my information from, in fact, you can kind of see the different Santas, and it's Christmas Collectibles from 1990 is the one it was. This one was updated by Margaret and Ken Whitmire, and that's also a very good resource if you're looking for Christmas collectibles. Many other things in there, from lights to ornaments to you name it. Just about anything vintage Christmas is in there. Both of those are very good collectibles. Like, I don't know if I showed you on the other one. I showed you that, but the first book, actually, you can kind of see the different Santas and other things that are wind-up toys. And let's see. There you can kind of see a few more. But both very good resources. So if you're looking for vintage Christmas and don't know what you're wanting to look for, those are good resources to look for. But they're my go-to books. And I have some other books that I also go to. So on that note, I think I'm going to call it good. If you have any questions, get a hold of me on my YouTube channel. If you want to see more like this, subscribe below. But thanks for watching, and we'll talk soon. Side note, I got to thinking after I started talking about celluloid that maybe some of you or many of you would not know what celluloid is. Well, celluloid was actually the very first thing that was resembling plastic. It was not plastic as we know it today, but it was definitely a precursor to plastic. And actually, I have 3 different ornaments here that are and were made out of celluloid. And you can kind of tell the difference. For one thing, they're very fragile. They have kind of a different sound. And all 3 of these are actually made out of celluloid. And here's another one. All made approximately in the 1930s. And they all have that kind of different sound when you tap on them. Here's one that's a lot newer, made with plastic. And you can kind of tell the difference in the noise that they make when you tap on them. So, but anyway, celluloid basically was the precursor to today's plastic. And many of the early ornaments were made with celluloid. And a lot of them aren't around anymore because they were very, very fragile. So, and if they are around today, they're very, very fragile, even more. So, but that's kind of, I just got to thinking that maybe I need to explain that a little more. So, that is what celluloid is. So.